Hi, this is Mrs. Stewart. I'm one of the high school counselors, and I am going to do your 2024-2025 enrollment. We're going to start pre-enrollment. So let's go ahead and get started. This is kind of the highlights or the points that we're going to cover today. We're going to look at your transcript, look at a credit check sheet, look at any credit recovery, discuss the whole enrollment process, talk about due dates, an adjustment period if you want to make any changes later on in the semester, touch on TCC and internships, as well as ACT testing, Central Tech, the athletic office, applying to college, Oklahoma's Promise, and then we'll finish out with giving you all of the high school counselors' contact information. So let's go ahead and look at your high school transcript. So every single one of you have received a copy of your transcript from your math teacher. Probably over here on the right-hand side, possibly down here at the bottom, your counselor has handwritten exactly the courses that you required courses that you need to make sure that you enroll in for next school year. So don't lose this. It is going to help you when it comes time to do your enrollment, which will be on a Google form this year. So anyhow, let's look at this really quick. As you can see, I have the name. This is a former student that's already graduated, whited out. And I just want to kind of show you how the transcript is set up. It is broken down by school year. As you can see, in every class they took that school year is listed underneath, and then as well as the grade level that they were in when they took that class. Then semester 1, semester 2. You can see also, if you see a 0.5 next to the grade, that means they earned a half a credit for first semester for that class. Semester 2, the 0.5 means they earned the other half of the credit for that class. So just to review, every single class you receive a half a credit each semester. So 7 classes, 3.5 credits a semester equals 7 for the year. Now, one of the other things that I would like to point out is if you see an F on your transcript, you're going to see a 0.00 next to that. That means you failed the course and you did not earn the credit for that class. If it is a required course for graduation, you will have to do credit recovery. The other thing I would like to point out, especially since we are have our attendance policy again, is you'll see sometimes a grade with the hashtag or the pound sign next to that. So for example, for world history, the student has the pound sign or hashtag next to their grade of B. However, they did not receive credit. That means they failed to earn the credit for that course due to their attendance. So as you can see, this is a class that is required for graduation, and they would have to do credit recovery to get that credit back. So please make sure you are here. Attendance is a huge deal, and it can set you back quickly in meeting your graduation requirements. So down here on the right-hand side at the bottom, you will see kind of the cumulative data, like the number of hours that you've earned, or number of credits, I apologize, number of credits you've earned, number of credits that you've attempted, as well as your GPA and all of that other stuff. Remember, this is a legal document, okay? This is your academic career for high school, and you want it to represent you and represent you well. So again, we have written somewhere on this what you're going to be needing for next school year. Take a look at this. If you see something missing, if you feel that there's something that's a mistake, please email your counselor and we will get with the registrar to see if something needs to be fixed. But it's always good to double check your transcript. Be very familiar with it year after year. All right, one of the tools that we want to give you to help you keep track of it year after year is the credit check sheet. This is another item that every one of you have been given. Your math teacher has given every one of you one of these. As your counselors, it is our primary job to make sure every single one of our students are meeting Oklahoma State graduation requirements. As you can see on this credit sheet, you can see how many English credits are required, how many math, science, history, fine art, foreign language, computer, and so on. So this is something we use. I keep one of these on every single one of my students. I fill it in each semester so I know what have they completed, what do they have left to complete, do they have any credit recovery? I write it over here. How many credits do they have, and have they met the other state requirements that have to be met in order to graduate. So this is a great tool. It's one we use, so we highly recommend that you can keep this, complete it each semester, so you can also be very familiar with what you've completed, what you need to do, as well as it helps you understand your transcript better. So great tool. Use that as well. All right, speaking of credit recovery, it is done through our online program we use is Edgenuity. It can be done during the school year, but we prefer that you use that or do your credit recovery during summer school. So if you have credit recovery to do, there will be summer school at a later date. You will get that detailed information. I'm going to guess it's probably going to be right around the end of April. There will be phone calls, emails, social media posts about summer school. So if that's something that you are needing to do, please kind of keep your eyes open for that information later on in the semester. Working ahead or trying to graduate early is an option. So we also do that through our online program, through Edgenuity. And if you have any questions about that, you can email your counselor. All right, let's look at the curriculum guide. The curriculum guide was new last year. It used to be paper. It was like a booklet that you had to flip through. No longer do you have to do that. You can go straight to our Sapulpa High School page under 24-25 courses. And here, these are the pre-enrollment videos from last school year. They will be replaced with this video. So you'll have access to those videos again. And any information that you have a question about, 99% of them can be answered from the curriculum guide. So here at the front, you can see scheduling process, graduation requirements. Let's just click on that one. Again, you'll see the checklist there. And if you scroll on down, it goes into more depth about the graduation requirements, as well as NCAA, preparing for college, Oklahoma's Promise, and so on. So super great tool. More information on Oklahoma's Promise, kind of some concurrent enrollment, if you want to graduate with honors, Central Tech. And then if you scroll on down, these are our actual course offerings. So what are my options as far as English goes? So you click on English. It goes through, it tells you what grade it is, the credit value, gives you a course description, so you can just scroll down through all of those and see. We have, obviously, for every course subject, and then we get into our electives. So for Ag, let's click on Ag Education. You can click on there. You can kind of see some pathways, look over that. And then if you scroll on down, you can see all the course offerings. You can see what grades, any prerequisites, and a course description for each class. So if you're wondering, well, what do you do in that class? What's that class about? No need to ask, just simply go to the curriculum guide and there's your answer. So super wonderful tool. This will be linked in your pre-enrollment email that you'll receive today after school. So utilize that when it comes time to exploring what you want to take next year. All right, you're also going to get from your teacher today a planning page. On the front, it will have all of the core courses. So for 11th grade, this is what it will look like. The Englishes you have to choose from, the histories, the sciences, the maths. And then the same 12th grade, you will have one as well. Okay, so you will need to choose each one from each course subject. And then on the back of that page will be the elective options. So here are the 11th and 12th grade elective choices. This is just for you to have kind of a paper form, something to look at to help you decide, using that curriculum guide with this to make your decisions so that when you go to your Google form, you will know and be ready to make all of your choices. Just really quick, I want to point out a few things. Make sure that you are looking at any prerequisites. Prerequisites are courses that you have to take before anything else. So in the art department, before you can take any of these art classes, you must have had Art 1. So don't mark Drawing and Painting 1 if you have not had Art 1. Same thing with the technology department. If you have not had fundamentals of technology, you will not be able to take any of these other courses. So be aware, look at that as you're looking this over. Also, down here at the bottom, there is kind of a key for this page. If any course has an asterisk out to the side of it, it counts as a fine art credit. Everybody needs one fine art credit to graduate. If you see that it has 2 asterisks beside it, it counts as a computer technology credit. This one, students must be in a sport to take that. That would be the weight conditioning classes. And then if it has 2 of them, you cannot take that with a sport, and that is going to be PE. Okay, so just some things to look for on this. You want to use this planning page. Again, you want to use the curriculum guide. Get any information, decide what you want to take, okay, and then you're going to use that to do the actual enrollment form on Google form. Quick note also, the high school leadership class and yearbook class has to have an application completed. Those applications are available in the high school counseling office in room 216. You can choose that as one of your elective choices. However, unless you do the application, you will not be approved to be in that class. So, again, use these planning pages. They will be linked in that email you're going to receive today after school. But just remember, these 2 applications are not with your math class. They are in the counseling office. You will need to come by and get one of those from us. All right, let's talk about the actual enrollment form, the Google form class registration. So before we look at it, I want to point out a couple of things. First, all students at the high school can only do hybrid or virtual classes if they are on track for graduation and they do not have any credit recovery to complete. That is a big deal. So please make sure you remember that. Now, on your class registration Google form, hybrid and virtual are not options. You will want to enroll as you're going to be in person in all 7 classes. That's how you're going to complete your Google registration form. At a later date, there will be an online application for total virtual and hybrid. So please watch your school email. Please watch for phone calls. Watch our social media platforms. When that application is available, which will probably be April, you can apply for total virtual or hybrid at that time. But once again, you're going to complete your Google form registration as you will be here for all 7 classes. One more thing I want to point out that I don't have written in this presentation. If you are an athlete and you do plan on playing sports in college, D1, D2, for NCAA, our online Edgenuity courses do not qualify for NCAA. They don't accept our Edgenuity courses. So please be aware, if that's something you're looking at, Edgenuity will not be an option for you. All right, let's move on to the actual Google form. Here is, I'm going to do a preview so you can kind of see how it looks. So when you get your pre-enrollment email today, everybody will get one after school. It is going to have the link to this Google enrollment form. It's going to have a link to this video, as well as all of the documents that I have shown you today, the credit check sheet. It'll have a link to the curriculum guide, the planning pages. All of those will be linked in that email. So when you use the curriculum guide and the planning pages and you've made a decision, you've got it figured out, all the courses that you're going to take, you're going to come to the Google enrollment form and you are going to start. You're going to record your email. You're going to type in your name, last name first, and then your first name. Hit next, and it's going to tell you to choose your current grade level. Okay, not the grade level for next year, but your current grade level. So if you are a sophomore, you're going to choose 10th grade. If you are in 11th grade, you're going to choose 11th grade. So for just now, I'm going to choose 10th and click next. And then again, here's a link to that curriculum guide if you need it. It's one more spot for it to be. You're going to decide which one of these do I want to do. Okay, so you choose your English, you choose your history, you choose your science, and then you're going to choose your math. You're going to hit next, and it's going to take you to the electives. Okay, so if you'll notice, there are 7 elective choices for you to make. You have to choose all 7, but look at the directions right up here. Please refer back to the plan page that you received in class. Once you've determined your 7 choices, please select from the drop-down list for each choice. You're going to do these in ranking order. So choice number 1 is your top choice, then your second choice, then your third choice, all the way to your 7th choice. So please make your most important ones at the top. Will we have to use all of them? Probably not, but we want to make sure that you give us enough choices that if sometimes courses don't make, there aren't enough students that request it, you may not have all the prerequisites, there are various reasons. We have to kind of go down the line on your request. That's why we ask for you to give us so many choices, but we want to make sure you give them to us in ranking order. So for example, you are in ag science right now and you want to continue, so you want to do animal science. So every choice that you make, you have the exact same choices to choose from, okay? So please be sure that you're looking at what's available. Scroll down, look at every one of them, and make sure that that is what you want to do. Also, I want to point out too, that you're going to see some things out to the side of some of these classes. For example, Chrome Depot, that has to be approved by the teacher. So you can choose this, but you will have to get teacher approval. Also, another thing, sometimes you will see, same thing with music theory, music educator, you'll see things that say, well, first semester only, second semester only. Academic achievement is for AP students only. Teacher approval needed. There's the application needed. All of that kind of good things. So I'm just going to randomly mark some just so that you can see what it looks like when you're finished. So let me just choose some. Now, I have all 7 choices done, and I'm going to hit submit. And that is it. That is all you have to do your Google enrollment form. So once again, please be sure that you're using these plan pages that we gave you with the cores on the front, electives on the back. You look over the curriculum guide, make any notes, look things up, make your decisions, and then come back to your Google enrollment form. All right? Okay. So now that we've gone over that, let's talk about dates. So today, once again, after school, all students and parents will receive a pre-enrollment email. It will come from my email, Mrs. Stewart, in your school email. It will be after 3 o'clock today, and today's the 21st. It will also have a link to this presentation, this video, all the documents that we looked at and reviewed with instructions. It will have the link to the Google enrollment form, and you will have 1 week to complete the Google enrollment form. So please make sure that you do that by Wednesday, February 28th at 5 p.m. Access to that Google form will end at 5 next Wednesday. Now, that being said, we want you to have the chance to do your enrollment, okay? If for some reason you do not do it, when the counselors start putting your requests into PowerSchool, if you did not complete the Google enrollment form, we will choose your classes for you. So for core classes, it's not too bad, but electives is where most students start to wish they had done their enrollment form. So don't miss out on that. It's extremely important that you do this. Use this video, use those plan pages, and then do your Google enrollment form. A quick reminder, all honors classes are a full year commitment. There is not any changing on that. And don't forget that there are a lot of classes that require an application, a teacher approval, and or a tryout. So be sure you're looking for those notes. All right, let's talk about that adjustment period. So after all students do their Google enrollment form, after Wednesday the 28th, the counselors will begin reviewing, making any adjustments, and entering all student requests into PowerSchool. That will take us a few weeks to do. Now, at a later date, we will send out an email, an announcement, put it on social media, and let you know, okay, guys, all of your PowerSchool info is ready to go. All of your requests are in PowerSchool. Please go into your PowerSchool, look at that list of requests for next school year, and make sure it is exactly what you want. We will give you a specific time period to look those over, and if you want to make any changes at all, you have that opportunity. Now, here's the kicker though. Once that time period is over, you will not be allowed to make any changes to your course requests for the next school year. The reason why, all students get to choose the courses they want for the next school year. Over the summer, the master school schedule or the teacher's schedules are custom built around what the students request. So because of that, we cannot make any changes to that master schedule once it's built. That's why it's extremely important to put your input in now, put your choices in now. We even give you another opportunity to review that and make any changes that you want, but there will not be any changes made come next August. I cannot stress that enough. All right, let's talk about TCC for a moment. With your math teacher, there is a TCC information step sheet handout. We will also be linking this into the enrollment email that you will get this afternoon. But if you would like a copy of that, you can get one from your math teacher. This is a great opportunity if you qualify. That's why you need to look at that information sheet, that you can take college courses and earn both high school and college credit at the same time. If you're interested, you need to go ahead and complete the online application on TCC's website right now. You will need a copy of your high school transcript to upload into that application, so please email your counselor for a digital copy of that. Also, all TCC classes do count as honors credits, and all TCC classes will be transcribed onto your high school transcript. TCC enrollment for this coming summer and for fall of 24, so next semester, next fall, we will do that through the TCC dual credit enrollment portal. It opens March 25th. You will want to do it starting that day for a place in line, but it will actually not begin being processed until April 8th. Our counseling department we'll put out an announcement closer to that March 25th date. And if you are interested, you will email your counselor then. We will pull you in and we will walk you through that process. But again, if you are interested now, go ahead and apply. Make sure you get a digital copy of your transcript from your counselor. One more time, there is an information sheet with your math teacher. We also have some in the counseling office, and we will link it in this email. It should be able to answer all your questions about dual enrollment. All right, internships. A lot of you have heard this. We have them right now. It is going to change a little bit next year. So the class office aide, peer tutor, and work study will all be under the internship title. So here are your 4 choices for internship next school year. Office aide, peer tutor. Both of these require an application. There are a few applications for these with your math teacher if she runs out or he runs out. And you need one. We have those in the counseling office. Please feel free to come by and grab one. Work study is also an internship opportunity, as well as being a community intern with any business. Applications, again, for office aide and peer tutor are with your math teacher, but also in our office. I will also link those in the pre-enrollment email. Big change for next school year. Internships are great elective options for juniors and seniors, but please note, only 2 class periods will be allowed per student for any internship position. So if you are going to do work study and office aide, you will have 1 class period for office aide, 1 class period for work study. You cannot have 2 for work study and 1 for office aide. So big change for next year. Some of you juniors, that's very, very different for you. So please keep that in mind. Also, ACT testing. If you are a current junior, we will be doing state testing in April. You will take the ACT with writing here at school for that state test, but the next national ACT test date is Saturday the 13th of April, and the deadline to register for that test is March 8th. Free and reduced lunch students can receive an ACT waiver that pays for that ACT test. We have those available in the counseling office. All right, Central Tech. If you are interested in attending Central Tech as a junior or a senior, you apply online. Okay, it is not going to be an option for you to choose on your Google Form class registration. You will choose your electives as if you will be here at the high school for all 7 periods, and we will replace those electives once we receive the rosters from Central Tech. Mrs. Romine is the Central Tech counselor. She's actually here at our high school a few days a week. If you have questions, this is her contact information. Athletics, all things athletics, tryouts, physicals, drug tests, athletic trainer applications, all of that runs through the athletic office, which is in the high school main office. Here is their phone number. Our athletic director is Mr. Rose. His secretary is Miss Lowry. One thing they did ask for us to let you know, just kind of a heads up, the spring 2024 drug testing for next school year will be May 16th. It will be in the Chieftain Center, and it will be $20. All the details for that will come at a later date, so please watch your student school email, our social media platforms, the announcements. They will be pushing that information out to you. Also, applying for college, juniors enrolling for your senior year, only talking to you, not sophomores, only the juniors. You can begin applying to college this summer. Most college and university admissions applications open July 1st. So keep that in mind. Start looking now, start taking tours now, start checking things out. We highly recommend that you check out OK College Start. You're on there anyway for ICAP. There's an amazing scholarship finder on there, but you can actually start applying for college this summer. All of the local scholarships will become available in the spring of your senior year. Once again, I can't emphasize enough, check your school email. We send out a whole lot of information via email. Watch the announcements, look at PowerSchool announcements, and watch our social media platforms. Oklahoma's Promise. This is free college tuition. Okay, there are some monetary requirements. So please be sure you talk to a parent or guardian about this. It's a fantastic opportunity for you to get your tuition waived if you qualify. 8th graders, you can start applying in 8th grade, but you have to have your application submitted by June 30th of your 11th grade year. So juniors, this is kind of your last chance. June 30th will be your last chance to submit an application if this is something you are interested in. Your math teacher does have a few copies of the Oklahoma Promise flyer. We will be linking that in this email as well. And we have some in our counseling office if you would like. So take advantage of that if you do qualify. All right, to introduce you to the high school counselors, most of you already know, Mrs. Yeager is the counselor for students with the last name A through G. This is her email, and her office is in 216. Miss Rebecca Bilby is the counselor for last names H through O. There is her email, and she is also in room 216. And then myself, Mrs. Stewart, I'm the counselor for last names P through Z. There is my email, and I'm also in the same office. Okay. All right, just a quick summary. Make sure you do not lose that transcript that you received today. It's a copy for you to have, but it also has the handwritten guide by your counselor as to what specific courses you need to be sure to enroll in for next school year. Also, that credit check sheet, super awesome tool. Review that. If you have questions, please email your counselor. Be sure to look over that curriculum guide that I showed you. It's super easy to use. And then also be sure that you use those plan pages. Those will be linked in the email as well, but use the curriculum guide and the plan pages, look at that transcript, discuss it with your parent and guardian, and then go do the PowerSchool class registration on the Google form that will be linked in your email. This date is incorrect. The date will be Wednesday, February 28th, 2024 at 5 o'clock. I apologize, that did not get fixed. All right, you will want to refer back to this presentation if you have any questions, need clarifications. This video too will be included in the email. If you have questions, don't hesitate to email your counselor. I will tell you that we are very busy with enrollment. We're also starting state testing. We also have some senior CPR makeup stuff coming up, as well as sophomore CPR stuff coming up. So please make sure that you email. Coming by meeting is very hard to do right now. There's just not enough of us to go around. We can answer email questions a lot faster. So we want to be more efficient for you. So email is key. Be sure you check your school email every day. All right, that is it. I hope this is helpful. Again, today after school, you will get your pre-enrollment email that will contain everything you need to complete your enrollment. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email your counselor. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.